Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another session where we will be looking at building your personal brand on LinkedIn and being able to unlock your potential. If you are planning to use LinkedIn for your career growth or for business, we have an expert today to be able to share with us what are the steps, what are the tactics, the strategy of using LinkedIn so that you can really be able to leverage the potential that is on this platform. So at this point, I want to say welcome to everyone. Let me know in the chat where you're joining us from so I can be able to maybe just take a quick register. I can see people are following us on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and also on LinkedIn or LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. So drop it in the chat. I'll be happy to know that you're there watching and following through, and I'll be able to recognize you. So just drop in the chat where you're joining us from. And I'm very glad because I have used LinkedIn before. I wouldn't say I have fully utilized the potential of LinkedIn, but I'm still seeing a lot of growth in terms of my business. I've been able to get a lot of contacts. I've reached out to people and they have helped me in one way or another. And I can tell you for sure that LinkedIn is quite a very, very resourceful platform. It's the biggest professional networking platform, and understanding how you can use it is very, very important. Thank you very much. I can see somebody joining us all the way in Sri Lanka. Okay, Karibu Sada. Another one from Sri Lanka. Okay, I'm glad to see that we have a lot of presence there. I can see also we have Snowy in Paris. We also have somebody in Somalia, Karibu Sana, and many more. Please just drop in the chat, and then I'll be able to pick it up and also recognize you and appreciate you for joining us. And if you have any question, feel free to drop it in the comment. If you have any question or something that you'd want to be addressed, something that maybe you would want our speaker to be able to take some few or minutes to really address, feel free to drop that in the chat. And what is one of the key things that you really want to know or learn from today's session? So I'll be very happy if you drop it in the chat. So allow me to welcome Motoni Jaroge, a LinkedIn expert. Welcome to the show, Motoni. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. How are you, Daniel? Thank you so much for hosting me.
I'm very well, and I'm really glad that I have you on board today to talk about LinkedIn. I can see we have gone far and wide beyond the borders. So I'll be bringing in any questions that are coming in. But for now, I can leave the stage to you. Introduce yourself, what you do, and we can get started with today's session.
Most definitely. Awesome, thank you. Please share my screen if you can.
Yes, there we go.
All right. Hello, everyone, from wherever you are watching and listening from. My name is Mothoni Njoroge, also known as Mothoni the LinkedIn Coach. I am a LinkedIn manager and coach, trainer as well, event moderator. I've been doing this for the past 9 months, but social media management, generally, I've been doing it for 11 months. So I started, then stopped, then began again. So I was a social media manager for all platforms, but then I found LinkedIn to be just more closer to my heart. I have a really deep passion about LinkedIn, and so LinkedIn is really close to my heart, and I love it. And that's the reason, because content creation there is so easy, and the conversion is truly amazing in all manner of form. And building your personal brand is just on a whole other level. You get to be known for your expertise. You get to tap into local and international opportunities very easy. So once again, I've been doing it for 9 months. So right now I've majored on LinkedIn and solely LinkedIn management for busy executives. So I work with busy executives such as CEOs, COOs, CFOs. I've also worked with a couple of politicians, yes, and prominent figures alike. So with this, I get to do LinkedIn revamp. That's one of my services. Then after LinkedIn revamp, if we think that you can work together, we can do LinkedIn management, whereby I manage your account for you and build your personal brand as well as generate leads. Actually, LinkedIn is one of the easiest platforms you can generate leads, meaning getting clients as a freelancer. And for me, I am a freelancer and I'm really passionate about talking freelancing. But today, we will be talking about personal branding. And so that is me. You can get me on LinkedIn. I have 8,670 followers currently, and I've been doing this again for 9 months consecutively. But I did open my LinkedIn profile in 2019. Yes, I did a couple of posts, but then I didn't know what was LinkedIn's potential. I just opened the profile. The reason because the lecturer told us everyone must open a LinkedIn profile. But this year I saw the power it holds and I became intentional to post on LinkedIn to create content and actually generate leads for myself, then eventually to generate leads for others. So personal branding, what is this? It simply refers to the process of creating and managing a distinct and recognizable professional identity for oneself. Now, here, why I have highlighted professional identity, it's because we're talking about LinkedIn. We're not on Instagram, we're not on any other platform, it's LinkedIn. You will rarely find someone creating funny content or just content that has no professionalism on LinkedIn. Rarely, unless it's on a weekend or that person is celebrating their birthday. Yes, that's when you're going to find, casual posts. But actually, casual posts do really well on LinkedIn. So, but LinkedIn mostly it's professional content creation, and that is what you do, your expertise, your skills, testimonials, social proof of your work. So, personal branding is creating that image for yourself, and we're going to learn how you can do that. Now, it involves shaping and promoting a unique image, reputation, and personality that highlights an individual's skills, expertise, values, and overall persona. So, I mentioned I am a freelancer, and I love that LinkedIn actually right now it's so good for freelancers because this the services page, you can get testimonials, you can get reviews, recommendations. It's such a smooth process where you get to showcase your skills, your expertise, your values, and now your overall persona in your content creation. Now, personal branding. Personal branding, I also say it's what people say about you. Now, after you create that image, what do these people say about you? So, the first image is a screenshot of my profile, that is me and my followers and what I do. Then the other screenshots is just what people say, what people have said about my content, the DM I've received, quite a powerful brand you have there. Now, this is where people get to notice what you're doing. Remember, you're not creating content for just yourself, you're creating content for your audience and your potential clients. That is, if you're a business owner or a freelancer. But now, since we are focused on personal branding, we are now talking about your image, what your skills are, your expertise, and your thoughts and your personality. How you put yourself out there really, really does matter, by the way. So these are just some of the things people have said about me, and they keep coming because this is just a form of feedback that you can actually see and get to understand. Oh, okay, so I'm not talking to myself. So even when I create content, when they get feedback, I'm like, okay, it's actually working. Recommendations and testimonials. This is a great way also for people to get to know you. Someone once told me that, yes, when you speak about yourself on LinkedIn, that's great. But when we get to your recommendation section and we see what other people are saying about you, that's on another level. That we can actually get to trust you, right? We can get to trust your expertise, your skills, right? Your personality as a person. So this is really good. Now, what are the key elements of personal branding? Number one, self-awareness. So before you start pushing yourself out there, understand what are your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, and passions. It's very crucial because when you're building that brand, you need to be authentic. You don't need to pretend to be someone else. I don't want you to go and start pretending to be someone else. You just need to be you, get to understand what your passion is. That is, if you're a graphic designer, your passion is all about design. I'm not saying you talk about design from Monday to Friday, no. Just speak, let your work speak for you. Even when you create that poster, let's see your expertise. And then you give us a story. We say, okay, and oh wow, what a design, right? So let's see what you're passionate about and just put yourself out there in an authentic manner. Number two, consistency. Your personal brand should be consistent across different platforms, whether it's your social media, website, or in-person interactions. So if you have a website, amazing. That's a very good step you took. But now, is it consistent with your LinkedIn, right? Or is your LinkedIn consistent with your Instagram? So let's say I'm looking for a virtual assistant. When I go to the LinkedIn, perfect. Content creation, recommendations, everything. But then when I do a deep dive and see what is this person posting on other social media platforms, let me not be disappointed, right? Let it just showcase on other platforms. Even if you're being casual, yes, post something casual, but still be fulfill that image, because when we go to your LinkedIn, we get to see someone else. So let it not be different on other platforms. Number three, target audience. Now, identify your target audience or niche. Knowing who you want to appeal to helps tailor your brand message effectively. Now, personal branding, you will be speaking to a specific person. Actually, I get not to just speak to everyone. I get to speak to one person. Sometimes you'll find my post that I'm just talking to the executives alone. Sometimes, as a freelancer, I'm talking now to people who want to get into freelancing. Get to understand who you will be speaking to. Like Vosi Thembekwayo always says, when you speak to everyone, you're literally speaking to no one. But when you speak to one audience, you're speaking to that specific person, and you can actually get to convert that person. So conversion on LinkedIn is actually easy, but you need to speak to a specific person. Now, let's say you're into content marketing. You've built your brand around content marketing, but then after weeks of following you, I get to see you're now speaking of design, web design, graphic design. I'll be a bit confused. What's happening, right? So let it be consistent. Even if you're skilled, you're multi-skilled, I'd always advise, after you get that client or after you get that business, you can always tell them, oh, and by the way, I can also do graphic or web design. But don't put it out there, especially when you're still building your brand. Just be consistent on that one thing and let people get to know you. So that when I go search copywriting, I know this person is the person who is the best person when it comes to copywriting. The content, the knowledge, the expertise, it's showcased very well. Number four, value proposition. Clearly communicate what sets you apart from others and the unique value you bring to your field or industry. Now, this will set you apart from the rest, right? So, what is your value? Even when you're getting clients on LinkedIn, again, it's easy. Lead generation, it's quite easy, but get to know your value. Why should I work with you? Tell me that on LinkedIn. Even start a post. Why work with me, right? Why I'm your best connection. These are the kind of posts I like seeing because now I get to understand why did I connect with you, right? If I don't get the post, then unfortunately I won't connect with you or I won't give you business. So get to understand what your value is. Number five, online presence. In today's digital age, managing an online presence is essential. This includes maintaining professional social media profiles and a personal website if necessary. Like I've said, the consistency, now your online presence is very, very crucial so that even when you go to a networking event, you're able to actually speak about yourself and get to tell them your social media handles. Right now, where do people exchange business cards? For me, I'm just going to give you my QR code for my LinkedIn. Let's go connect, see my profile, see if we can do business together. And that's it. Okay. Number six, networking. Building meaningful connections and relationships with others in area of interest can help enhance your personal brand as well as aid in your client acquisition. Networking is so easy on LinkedIn, but people fail at this. Why? Generic connections. If you want business, you need to start personalizing your invitation and not saying, "Hello, Muthoni. Thank you for the invitation." Like, that's just so flat, that's so standard. Give me something, spark a conversation with me. Like my most recent post, if that person is active, get to their most recent post and tell them, "Muthoni, in your most recent post in regards to this, actually found it insightful when you talked about this and this, and I would love to connect with you." With that, I'll be happy to actually accept your connection request. Or you can even, let's say, in regards to an audio event or even a webinar, I heard you talking, you talked about this, and I would love to connect with you. Start personalizing your invitations, and trust you me, people will actually get to connect with you more and even give you business. And when they get to see your content, it will be so easy to actually close a deal. And and the opposite is if I come to your profile and just become too salesy, like, "I'm selling this and this and this," especially the long messages. I know most of you have seen them. People are not going to buy because we do not know you, we do not trust you, and we've just met you. So why would I buy from you? So start sparking a conversation and create that connection with the person. Authenticity, we've spoken about this. Be genuine and true to yourself. People are more likely to connect with a personal brand that feels authentic. Now, with this, please be careful when using AI. AI is here, ChatGPT is here to create content, amazing content, but please personalize it, right? I like what my good friend Elvis does. If you've seen Elvis posts on LinkedIn, it's he doesn't use ChatGPT at all. He writes all by himself. He gives stories, really good stories that sparks conversations, gets him a lot of comments, and in return, he actually has been able to generate leads for himself. So start writing just without using AI and see the results. Or if you need to use it, it's okay, but still personalize it. Tell a story or let it be humanly connected. And with AI, it's quite easy to get to know a post done by AI. Too much emojis, there's no spacing, it's all cramped up. Be careful when using AI. Personal development. So, personal branding is an ongoing process that requires constant learning, upskilling, adapting, and growing. So, with this, I like when I see posts when people have done a course, an online course, and they've put it out on LinkedIn, and they actually get to say why they study that course. That is one, and what that course will help them to do. Now, I actually did this a couple of months ago, I think in March and April. I did quite a number of courses, I think almost 15, and I put them all up on my LinkedIn and actually got a lot of business from it. And the reason being is I was not just uploading my certificate. "Oh, hi guys, I've done social media strategy from Meltwater Academy or Allison courses." That's it. Start clapping for me. People just give you the clapping emojis and say something on the comments. No, I thought about it and I saw a creative way to put it out there. I told them this is why I did this course and how this course will actually help me to help my clients. Now, with this, you've actually laid out very well on how you are planning to practice that skill. And for me, if I am a recruiter, I'm going to see why not hire this person? This person actually knows what she wants and actually has a plan on how she can use that skill. Unlike someone else who's just under certificate and just put it out there. Okay, now let's clap for her and that's it. No, no, no. Be creative about it. And trust you me, you're going to see lead generation, not just clients coming to your DM, even recruiters. Believe you me, till date, I still get offers on jobs from LinkedIn from recruiters, but I get to decline them because I have an upper hand and I'm not really ready to get into corporate. But the thing is, when this recruiter sees how this person is creating content, how this person is an expert, how this person is working with different brands and clients, that recruiter will definitely want to back this person and actually get to be on that team. So start thinking creatively. And I'm not saying you put up a really long post on why you did that course. No, just 3 paragraphs. The name of the course, why did you do it, and how are you planning to implement it? That is very crucial. And trust you me, you're going to see a recruiter coming to your DM with offers, or actually telling you, we have a vacancy open and I think you'll be really good at it. Please apply. This has actually happened for my clients. I've had clients who wanted to get to be recognized by recruiters. I gave them that tactic. They used it, and they actually got linked. They actually got job offers on LinkedIn, and actually multiple job offers. You are the one now. You have the upper hand. So you actually get to choose this. This is not for me. This is not for me. This is for me, right? So you actually play with the psychology. Let them not have the upper hand. Let you have the upper hand. And all that is the power of personal branding, and actually how to creatively put yourself out there and have the upper hand. Think of yourself so powerfully so that others can actually get to respect you and respect your brand. Now, how do you build this brand on LinkedIn? We've spoken on the elements. Now, how do we implement them? Number one, be the best in your niche as a freelancer, professional, or business owner. Now, how do you become the best? I'm not saying you start your post by just proclaiming you're the best. No, show me. Tell me what are your skills and how do you implement them. If you worked with your very first client, showcase it. That is, if they're comfortable. Tell me how you helped this client. You can even make them anonymous if they're not comfortable of putting them out themselves out there. That's okay. Just keep them anonymous and tell us that story. How you backed this client. After you backed the client, how did you work with them? How did you implement strategies? Take us through the project step by step and let us see how you actually get to work with people, right? And that's how you actually be the best. Right now, I can easily tell you I know who is the best in copywriting, the best in content marketing, just through LinkedIn, because I've seen their posts in the last 3 to 4 months consistently, and the clients they've worked with. I'm already sold because that's because of what I'm seeing, the personal brand, the content creation, the consistency, and the social proof that this person is actually the best at what he or she does. Number two, reliability. Show competence in your work. Through the content you post, we should see a competent professional or freelancer or service provider or business owner. Now, you need to be competent. In regards to this is reply to your DMs, and definitely when you get connection requests, how long do you take to accept them? For me, it's actually, if I'm already on LinkedIn and I see connection requests, I already go to them and I see which ones will I be accepting, which ones will I be denying. So that already showcases reliability. Another way, it's commenting, right? You Someone has commented on your profile, immediately reply to them. Especially when you're a beginner or a newbie on LinkedIn, you need to be very fast. You need to be on that platform like you're literally an addict, right? If someone comments, you're there to reply. You're there to go to the DM, start replying to those DMs. Just be very fast, be quick, and that's how we are actually going to see your reliability. Number three, self development. Show your audience you're committed to improving yourself through upskilling, trainings, reading books, seminars, and conferences. This shows how you're different from your competition. Now, this is very true. Like I just said, when I upskilled, I got my courses, I got my certificates, I put them out there, and I told them why I did this course, and how I will actually implement it, right? When you attend a training or a networking event, tell us, what did you learn? Okay, it's not just going to the event, drinking their tea, drinking their lunch, and then going back home. No, that is a post. Let me tell you, the moment I'm actually invited to a physical event, I already know I need to come out of that event with 5 posts. Yes, 5. One, of course, a general post of the event, what the event what the event was all about, the speakers who spoke. Yeah, just a short post, just giving a summary of the event. Number two, the speakers. Now I go specifically. Who spoke to me, right? Let's start with who spoke to me directly. And why did this person speak to me directly? Number three, the people I met. I met a potential client. How did I speak to this client? Did I close the deal? Right? Such posts. A leader that you admire, that you wish to even get this person to mentor you, right? Sorry for this. Sorry for that. Yes, a leader that you wish to get to know and even mentor, right? So with that, you're going to get so many posts. So even with the speakers, you can make even three posts about it. So when you go to an event, start thinking wide. How many posts can I get from this event, right? And with that mentality, trust you me, content creation will be so easy. Even when you go out for meetings, for any seminar, for workshops, start thinking, right? Get to grasp the important things. And when you get home, take your notebook and start saying, how will I get to post this? Content creation shouldn't be hard, should be so easy. Once you get the pointers, just get to know, oh, these are posts on its own, these are posts on its own, and you're good to go. You will never lack content. And thank God for scheduling of posts. Right now, we can actually schedule posts for up to a month. There was a time I scheduled for 2 months, and it was quite easy because I had time to now work on my clients' posts. So for me, I just knew at 10:30 a.m. my post is already up and running. So with that is personal development. Sorry. Now, number four, creativity and innovation. Show your audience how creative you can be in your work in terms of innovation, how you're able to troubleshoot and actually solve a problem in your niche or task or project. Now, it's really good to be creative. It's not all about posting what you do. No, tell us how creative you are even in your work, or give us the tools. I've seen so many people do this post. I've actually done it myself. Give us tools that we need in our professional. So if you're a content marketer, give us those tools and how you creatively use those tools to work, right? So with this, it's really good because it actually shows us how you can even solve a problem. Number five, discipline. Show your audience consistency of your post, that even your potential client hasn't reached out. You're still willing to offer valuable content online that will benefit them. I had a client who told me, a recent client whom I worked with, she followed me for 3 good months before she reached out. Yes, 3 months. 3 months, she just wanted to see my posts and how she can benefit. She was actually benefiting, and she finally thought, okay, now I need to work with Mathoni. I need her help anyway. So actually, do not be discouraged. Don't start posting today and start saying, okay, no one is seeing my post. Relax, be patient. And actually, when you're doing your content creation, there are other strategies you need to implement, such as commenting. Start commenting on other people's posts, and thoughtful commenting, not just saying thanks for sharing, very insightful, then you tag me or tag that creator. No, get insights. Muthoni, this is actually very insightful. And the reason is, give me a story, a very short story, not too much, a short story of how you actually experienced that. If that person has actually given a story and you've experienced that, share it. So just thoughtful commenting, and trust you me, you're going to take those people to your profiles, and they'll start reacting to your content and actually engaging. So you need to be disciplined. Do not give up easily. Just keep at it, create content, and comment on other people's posts. Number six, be vulnerable. Vulnerability sells online. Show your network what you do when you're not working, e.g., cooking, working out, how you relax, outdoor adventures, your family, your wife or husband. Share grace to grass stories. This brings emotional connection, which results to higher chances of getting trusted. Now, remember when I said that it's not always about posting professional things, and the reason being, we need to have that emotional connection. So especially during the weekend or from Friday, give a such post when you're cooking, when you're working out, and tell us why you love cooking, why you love working out, the current book you're reading. That's a very good post, by the way. Yeah, grass to grace stories, your kids, why you love your kids, or why you love family, why is family important to you. Such start thinking deep and be vulnerable. You don't need to post your family. You can just post you can just post yourself or a photo showing a family, and tell us why a family is important. Okay. Number 7, share case studies. Case studies are more than just a compilation of facts and figures. They are a narrative that unveils your expertise, thought process, and problem solving acumen. Now, case studies are now the testimonials, right? You've worked with a client, you of course you ask them, can I share your our case study? If they say okay, go ahead, tell us, how did you work with this client, what strategy did you use, and how did you close the how did you actually finish the project, what were the results, right? So from this, from start to finish, tell us how you worked with that client, and let us see for ourselves how we can actually get to work with you. um, Rather not just get to work with you, but have that image of working with you, right? Okay, so when I work with this person, this is what we're going to go through, right? When I have that image, I'm actually guaranteed the step forward. Touch pain points. Share with your audience some pain points from what is trending in your industry or even in the country or in the world. Remember to not dive into politics or religion, as it is very delicate and controversial. Now, pain points are really good, and this is because whatever is trending is good. But please do not bring politics or religion, because building your personal brand, you don't want to be associated with that, or you don't want to taint your name moving forward, right? So just be very careful with this. For example, let's say when Threads came out, right? That was something that was trending. People jumped on it. People jumped on it like crazy on LinkedIn. And I loved seeing all those posts about Threads because I was learning a lot, seeing people's reactions. So with that, it's really good. And just be a bit unique by pinpointing the pain points. You don't need to just talk about threads in general. Get a specific reason why you want to talk about threads, right? So that it doesn't become cliche. And finally, that is the end of my presentation on personal branding. So I have a conference this December called Skillspire Conference. It will be on the 2nd of December 2023 from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. And these will be the speakers. I'll be the host, together speakers Elvis, Llewellyn, and other speakers who will be announced later on, as well as the venue to be announced soon enough. But the ticket is going for 3,000 Kenya shillings. Please check it out. The link to this is on my featured profile on my LinkedIn. You can get to learn about this. We had a boot camp in August, and it was really good. It was the freelance launchpad. We talked about LinkedIn. I did a LinkedIn training. Yes, one-on-one training. We opened actually LinkedIn profiles. I taught them how to optimize one-on-one. We also talked about personal branding, so many things. Elvis talked about skills development. Llewellyn talked about social entrepreneurship. And we will be speaking again this 2nd December with even more topics and more speakers to come. So it will be a full conference. Please attend. It will be really good. Tell a friend to tell a friend and come. Let's learn how to develop our skills. Okay, learn about LinkedIn and start freelancing. I love freelancing so much because I'm no longer employed. I am my own boss. Actually, recently registered my company called Bold Creatives Network. So with that company, actually run my business, that is LinkedIn management, as well as ghostwriting services. I am a ghostwriter, event moderator, trainer, as well as a speaker. So you're most welcome to this event. Come and learn about freelancing, monetizing skills, and actually putting yourself on LinkedIn. Recently, I worked with Elvis. You can check out his LinkedIn profile. And let me tell you, he has now over 1,000 followers on LinkedIn, generating leads quite well. And his content is truly amazing and truly unique. Get to understand how you can put yourself out there and start creating your content on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn will actually pay off in a few years, not just in a few years, even in a few months. Start with that consistency and you'll actually see it pay off. You'll get recruiters to your DM, you'll get clients to your DM, and you'll get to have so many options and opportunities right at your doorstep. Daniel, I think that is it from me.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you very much. I really appreciate quite a lot of stuff that you have shared with us. I really appreciate that. I can see already in the chat, people already saying that they are learning a lot. Thank you very much, Sandra, saying learning a lot. Even Eliud is asking, can you write for me my LinkedIn profile? How can they get in touch with you, by the way?
Yeah, so you can get in touch with me by going to muthoninjoroge.com. That's my website. Get to see my rate card and my services. You can also check out my LinkedIn profile, Muthoni Njoroge.
Oh, thank you, thank you. So if you have any question, anything you would like to get clarification on, feel free to drop that in the chat. Dalmas in Mombasa, Karibu. I can see also Joseph is there in Nairobi, Kenya. Just as we wait for the questions to come in, I have some previous questions I think I got on email. People were asking. You can be able to address this. The first one is how many posts should someone post per day? Like, it's two per day or every day, at least one, two per week. How many posts? And you also talked about scheduling. I don't know if it's possible to schedule posts on LinkedIn or you would need that party maybe applications. Which one do you use or which one would you recommend? Yeah, maybe you can take those two questions first.
Yes, all right. So I get to tell people you just need one post a day, and they say, "What? That's enough?" Yes, that's enough. And the reason being, Daniel, you always see after the post is done, normally down there there's usually repost, right?
Mhm.
There's a repost button. So let me just show on my end for those who maybe have not been on LinkedIn. So this is the repost. Um, yes, the repost is here. Yes. So with this repost, you can actually repost with your thoughts or simply just repost. So what I do is when I post at my time is 10:30 a.m. So when I post at 10:30 a.m. at 1 p.m. I will repost it so that it can get back to the feed. So when I say get back to the feed is when you go to your normal feed, the very first post is usually the most recent post. So even when you repost at 1 p.m., your followers, let's say your network who were not able to see your post at 10:30 a.m., they'll actually get to see it. So I normally repost at 1 p.m., at 3 p.m., 5:30 p.m., and at 10 p.m. So with this repost, you actually get to get more people to see just that one post, right? The following day, do the same, do the same. And the reason why I like these timings is I get to tap into at 1 p.m. I get to tap into the market of those people who are at lunch, the Kenyans, that is, the Kenyans who are at lunch. They've gone for lunch. They were able to use their phones in the morning, right? At 3 p.m., I get to tap into the international market. This is the time that US is posting, UK as well is posting. Sometimes they post even at 2 p.m. So 2, 3 p.m. is usually the best time to find UK, US. And I've actually been able to land clients from US and UK, and that's because of reposting those times. So if you want to tap into international market, that's the best time to repost. Okay. As I said, you just need to talk to that one person. Talk to that one person, and trust you me, you'll be able to generate leads. So repost at that time, 1 p.m., 3 p.m., good time for international market. 5:30 p.m., that's the rush hour. People are getting out of the office. Let them see your post. 8:30 p.m. is also a great time when they're at home relaxing. Also the US, UK, they usually most times at the office. 10 p.m., the best time, 10 p.m. I love 10 p.m. because I've actually gotten to work with executives who have actually seen my post consecutively at 10 p.m. when they're getting out of the office. So 10 p.m. get to tap into the CEOs, COOs, reputable companies leaving their offices, and they get to see your post. So you just need one post. Actually, you can even post at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. repost at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5:30, 8:30, 10:30. You'll be good.
Okay. And the other thing was about scheduling your post.
Yes, so scheduling, it doesn't need a third party. It's simply on LinkedIn. So when you create a new post on LinkedIn, there's usually this clock. I don't know if you can see. There's this clock here. This clock. So when you tap to on this clock, you actually get to schedule your post. So you can schedule at any time, whichever date. You get to choose the date you want, and you also get to choose the time you want. So if I want to schedule a post now, I need to schedule it 1 hour. So I can't schedule a post for 8:30. It has to be the next one has to be 9:30 p.m. So if you want to schedule a post now, it has to come out either 1 hour later. It can't come out 1 hour before. So you don't need a third party. It's all on LinkedIn. Start scheduling your post even for a whole month, and now just do what I said. Just do your post. So even when you're at the office, you can just simply repost, and you're easy. You're good to go. I gave this hack to a couple of guys, and people are getting actually really good offers on LinkedIn from recruiters. So yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I can see Sandra saying, thank you very much for learning. I think there's a lot here. How do you find your niche? How would you help Sandra who's trying to find her niche?
Okay, so you just need to ask yourself, what are you passionate about? What are the skills you currently have? If you don't want to venture into that, what else would you be finding yourself doing? AI is here with us, data science, tech. Tech is huge, and there's so many opportunities. So just do a lot of research and get to understand what actually aligns with your values, with your goals, and what you're passionate about. I wasn't passionate about marketing. I'm not going to lie, because what I do is marketing, but I found myself just getting into marketing because it aligns with my goals, and it's actually I'm actually good at it, and writing as well. So yeah, just get to understand what aligns with your goals. Where do you see yourself in 3 years, 5 years time? Okay. So with that, you can get to understand what your niche is and just narrow it down. Narrow it down. So if it's marketing, what type of marketing? Digital marketing, content marketing, SEO, SEM, like that. Get to understand it as a whole, and then see what actually aligns with you better.
Okay, good. I think also that is partially also in line with what I can see Geoffrey here asking. Must the post be in line with your profession, or it can be in maybe a topic of interest?
No, it doesn't have to be in your profession. You can put in any other interest, but just do like what I usually say 70%. Do 70% of your post in line of your profession, so that you get conversion. Then 30% you can be free. We have the weekend. Saturdays are really good to slow it down. Do a really good post. Sunday as well, even Friday. So with that, it's Monday to Thursday. Just be professional, tell us what you do, your skills, be creative about it. Let it just not be cliche. Yeah, give us that hook, because I love reading blog posts. But if the very first line doesn't hook me, why should I go till the end? Yeah.
I, maybe I know there are different types of posts that you can put. Maybe a text, maybe a poll, maybe a photo, articles. I know YouTube, not YouTube, LinkedIn support articles, that those long form. What would you say is the best type of content to post for someone who's starting that would get more engagement and at least will be able to get them more leads?
The best as a newbie is your photos. Start using your photos and short text, not long, just short text. And you use really good photos. Exchange both professional photos and just selfies. selfies actually do well, really good selfies or just casual posts. You don't need to look really professional, even just smart casual, you're good to go. Just start showing you photos, and the reason being, let's start seeing who you really are so that we can actually have that image in our minds, right? So when you keep posting yourself, you get to even know by the first line I'm reading, I know that's Daniel, even without even seeing his photo, without seeing his image or carousel now. Okay, so let's just first see the person behind the writing, behind the profile. Then later you can start implementing carousels. And articles are really good. I have a newsletter that has over 3,000 subscribers. So please also start your newsletter if you can. Why are newsletters good? Newsletters are good because remember, they go straight to their emails. So if someone doesn't go to their LinkedIn even for 3 months, they will receive an email that you dropped a newsletter, and they can actually read your edition, your newsletter edition on email without going straight to LinkedIn. So newsletters are a great way to just build that connection. Okay, tell, it's not now just talking about your expertise. Share stories, share testimonials, share case studies, tell us your journey, give us that connection, be a bit vulnerable about it. Okay, because that's how you actually get to hook them on your profile and get them to actually digest your content.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming in and sharing with us. One last question before we call it a day. Um, there's quite some time investment that you need to put in to grow your LinkedIn, to engage, to post, as you say, reposts 10 noon or at 3 and all that. On average, how much time should someone be thinking about in terms of investing per day where they are able to post, repost, and engage on other people's comments or posts?
Yes, I will say for me on average right now, I think I'm on LinkedIn 7 to 8 hours. But for someone who, of course, has other businesses and has a job, I'll just say first give 30 minutes of your time each day on LinkedIn. 30 continuous minutes. Go through people's feeds. When you get on LinkedIn, first go through people's feeds and comment, just thoughtful commenting. Okay, get to understand what people are sharing, then create your content, and you'll actually going to see them coming now and reacting and engaging with the content. Then go back and read a few articles, get to understand all about LinkedIn, start following LinkedIn creators who actually talk about LinkedIn. Not just myself, even the international. I can give examples like Lara Acosta, Luke Matthews, Jasmine Alec. There's so many names that come to mind. These people have actually really challenged me to be on LinkedIn. Oh my goodness, I can't forget Nigerians. Nigerians are really aggressive on LinkedIn, active and aggressive. I think 90% of my followers and connections are from Nigeria. So you can check out Haoma Wogu, Okoye Chinelo, Oche Wright, such people, really good, give really good content around LinkedIn and how you can actually better yourself. Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate. Also, I can see bosses following us in Wepuye. Sandra has been very, can I say, engaging. So I'll give her this one last question. Since it's also your space of writing, yeah, she's asking, how do you get at content writing?
Number one, follow content creators. Just like I said, these content creators, the names I've given you, they give you tips, insights on how you can better your content. So that's a very good resource. Start following those people. Number two, ChatGPT is your friend. Let me tell you, I think I find myself not going to Google anymore unless I'm getting a location, because ChatGPT can't give me a map. So ChatGPT is your friend. Start giving it really good prompts and start getting better at actually giving it instructions, because the more you get better at it, the more it will actually generate really good writing. Real extremely. And remember when I said start following such content creators, even content creators that say they're good at AI, right? How to actually create good ChatGPT prompts. Those I follow such people so that they actually give me way easier. When I give ChatGPT a prompt right now, even when I give it a prompt, it's just once and I get what I want. But previously, you would really, back and forth for like 5 minutes until you feel like, okay, now this is the post. So get good at using AI, not just ChatGPT, all AI tools, and then after that, just keep getting better, start upskilling, get to know about ghostwriting, copywriting. That should really help you. Now, copywriting is giving me that hook. Remember when I said, especially if you have a long post, the very first line is what matters. If I'm not hooked, I will scroll down. And that's actually what other people do. So, giving that hook is really good. So get to learn copywriting and get to understand how to start your post with a good hook and actually end it with a good CTA. That's a call to action. Get people to your DM. Don't tell them to click on my bio or the link in my bio. No, tell them to come to your DM so that you can actually see the conversion. That's how I actually got to study that. For me, currently, I get 5 to 20 inquiries on DM every day, on an average day. So the reason being, I don't take them to my website. Let them come to my DM, let's speak, and I give them the website, and we get to negotiate all that. So get people to your DM and hook them with a really, really, really good line so that we can actually read till the end.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Has been a great learning session. This we do every end of month on Wednesday, trying to bring in guest speakers to share with us their expertise, and I'm sure you have learned a lot. Thank you very much. I can see also Veronica joining us in Nairobi. Really appreciate it. And until our next session, keep checking the YouTube channel on LinkedIn or also on Facebook, wherever you get to know about us, and we will invite you for our next session. Till next time, we are out. Bye bye.
Bye bye.